Thank you very much, John. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana na karibu. Distinguished development partners, private sector leaders, the young people of our great republic, ladies and gentlemen. Every civilization has passed on its knowledge the same way, one generation teaching the next. Before anyone becomes a master of a craft or profession, they must first become an apprentice. That is how skills are passed on. That is how professions are built. And that is how nations are built. Every great career begins with someone willing to learn from someone who already knows. That is why internship matters. They are not simply temporary jobs or stepping stones. They are the bridge between learning and earning, between potential and performance, and between ambition and achievement. Today, we build another such bridge for the young people of Kenya through the launch of Next Gen Youth Empowerment Program. In doing so, we send a very clear message that Kenya believes in its young people. We are prepared to invest in their aspirations. We are determined to build an economy where talent, hard work, and innovation are matched by opportunity. For generations, education has been the greatest equalizer, opening doors to opportunity and social mobility. But today, a certificate or a degree alone is no longer enough. Employers are looking for practical experience, workplace discipline, problem-solving ability, and industry-ready skills. Yet, for too many young people, the journey from the classroom to the workplace has become longer and much more uncertain. When talent cannot find opportunity, dreams are delayed. Business struggles to find skilled workers, and our country loses productive potential that can never be recovered. That is why the government of Kenya has deliberately placed young people at the center of everything we are building. It is a promise we made, and one we intend to continue keeping, that we will be deliberate and intentional in creating opportunities for our young people. For far too long, youth employment has been acknowledged, debated, and sometimes lamented. We have chosen action this time round over rhetoric. We are not merely creating jobs. We are creating opportunities through which young people discover their talent, develop mastery, and realize their full potential. Over the past 3 years, we have expanded opportunity at every stage of that journey. We have, for example, and I have seen this practically myself, of the 100,000 teachers we have hired, all of them have gone through internship. We hired them as interns, and they graduated into permanent and pensionable workers. We will do so again this year. And we have many sectors that we are now building in internships. We have internships at the public service space. Last year, on these very grounds, I had 5,600 interns in our building spaces. People who have graduated from our universities, from our colleges, from our TVETs, they were here. Today, they are interns in our affordable housing program. We have, as a result, built and continue to build a bigger pool of skilled professionals by bridging the gap between classroom and the workplace by creating internship in between. Also, through the prior or recognition of prior learning, what we call RPL program, we have 2,088 artisans, including 180 women, who have been certified, enabling them to access formal contracts and better incomes. You all know we rolled out Nyota to equip 820,000 young people with skills and enterprise support. More than 122,000 beneficiaries have already received capital to start or expand their businesses. Another 90,000 young people are being trained and equipped with practical skills and placed in jobs or supported to start their own enterprises now. In addition, 20,000 vulnerable young people who already possess skills acquired through formal or non-formal and informal learning will receive formal recognition and certification. I thought we said, Fikirini, we improved this to 40,000, right? Sure. Yes. So we had resources for 20,000, but when we asked for applications, we got a bigger pool of young people in Kenya. And many of these people are people who have acquired skills by being in a workplace where they work under skilled and trained craftsmen and women in different sectors. And they are today skilled people. But because they didn't go to a school or a college, they have the skill, but they don't have the certificate. So what we have decided is that we are going to provide resources to certify these people, to examine them and certify them and give them certificates at government cost. We opened pathways to the digital economy, equipping more than 1.9 million Kenyans with digital skills and enabling the creation of 350,000 digital jobs, positioning Kenya as one of Africa's leading digital talent hubs. I say this with profound confidence that today Kenya is, I think in the latest ranking, we are country number 11 globally in business process outsourcing. And when I was in London the other day, when we attended one of the conferences, Teleperformance, the largest business processing company in the world, agreed to set up shop in Kenya. And today, they have their offices here at Two Rivers, and we are now working with them on how we can expand opportunities for young people, especially in that digital jobs space. I went to Ruiru last year to open the space for CCI, a company that is hiring 5,000 young people in one building on digital jobs, working for American companies from right here in Ruiru. That is the space we need to expand. And we have to skill our young people in Kenya for them to be ready to work in the digital jobs space. We did provide resources as Government of Kenya and hired trainers in all our TVETs so that young people can be given training, which doesn't take very long, sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months, and they are ready to take up positions on the digital jobs market. We have also scaled up overseas employment with more than 580,000 young people now working abroad. We strengthened the Youth Enterprise Fund and the Hustler Fund, and through access to government procurement opportunities, we opened public procurement to young entrepreneurs. Today, we take another decisive step. NextGen is a landmark partnership between the Government of Kenya, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and other partners. And it will accelerate inclusive youth economic transformation by connecting young people with meaningful work experience and practical skills. And I'm very happy to see you guys here this morning. You represent as a small part of the first 500 of you. And I will tell you how we are going to scale this up so that we can get to 100,000 young people like yourself accessing practical skills and job market experience as we go into the future. This program, as has been said, is initially targeting 30,000 young people. But looking at the partnership and the collaboration that is here, the Government of Kenya will be willing to scale up our partnership so that we can take this program to 100,000 young people. And when I met my good brother, the director of UNDP, when he came to present his papers, and he mentioned to me how he would have wanted to engage the Government of Kenya. I remember I told him, this is one thing that we had it in the Jubilee Manifesto. In fact, we had established a state department for internship, and we had called it internship and something, but we didn't succeed that time. So when John mentioned to me, I saw an opportunity where we can do this correctly this time round. And so I quickly informed John and his team in Treasury that this is a project we must support. And that is how we provided the first 2 billion shillings, which we have signed up here today. And let me put this in context, because I have many partners in this space. We have the private sector here. we have development partners here. We have the government of Kenya. Now, the private sector, whenever I have meetings with them, they tell me, Mr. President, your graduates, engineers, business people, technicians, when they get out of college, they are not yet ready for the job market. And they possibly are right. We have young people on the other side who are asking the question. I have a degree, like Stella said, or my good friend Jamlek. The job market requires me to have practical experience. Where do I find it? And so we have, on one hand, young people who are ready. We have, on the other side, a market that is looking for skilled workers. And job experience, workplace experience, is standing in between. I think today we come into that space where we create the bridge. And we should do it together. I want to ask my friends in the private sector to do two things. Because you are looking for skilled workers, people with experience, let us work together to create a big pool of skilled workers who then you can tap into and drive your businesses. This program is asking you to provide space in your companies. This program is asking you to mentor and support these young people to get job market experience so that you can have a big pool of labor that you can tap into to enhance productivity in your companies. On the other side, the government of Kenya, working with our development partners, government of Kenya will provide the policy space. And I will immediately, I already asked actually a piece of legislation that was in Parliament to be withdrawn so that we can factor in this aspect and provide a sound legal framework for us to undertake this exercise so that it is not a temporary stopgap, it is a permanent